my most favorite new trend is the amateur PDF file hunter on YouTube. I saw one the other day and it was themed. I like any YouTube channel that has a Halloween episode. That's how I know you're big time. When you got some seasonal stuff, all right? Do a haunted car thing. It's Halloween season. Let's find a spooky car that something like that. I enjoy that sort of thing. Rewind me 3 seconds. What am I talking about?
Your favorite trend and your least favorite trend. Your favorite trend.
Dude, it was the pedophile that they caught at.
Yeah.
So they lure the pedophile to like Walmart or something, and then they humiliate them with their text messages. But it's not Chris Hansen. It's just a YouTuber.
Just some dude.
It's just some dude, and like 3 of his buddies when they've got like chaw in their mouths, and they're just like, "Looks like you wanted to put your fingers in Roberto's butthole, huh, boy?" And he's like, "I just want to get out of here. Come on, Robert Stevenson from 37." Just doxing him and shit. And then out of nowhere, a guy from behind, because they're at the entrance of a Walmart, has a pumpkin, like a 12, 15-pound pumpkin. And he overhands this thing into the back of the predator's head and KOs him. The guy hits his head again on the hard fucking tile floor. And that was the end of the TikTok.
Did they get him? Or were they like, all right, dude, mission accomplished?
Get who? The predator or the man who assaulted him with the pumpkin?
Did they pay for the pumpkin?
Dude, it's the internet. That's not how the internet works anymore. It just ends and you get no you get no story.
Yeah, I would like a follow-up.
I would too.
I didn't see the video.
That's what a TikTok's supposed to do, lure you into the long-form YouTube content. There's probably a whole thing.
That was as long-form as I could find. I delved. I couldn't find the full story. They don't do enough of I would watch a 30-minute video on To Catch a Predator stuff, but it's always just this 30, 45-second clip of them just kind of beating him up in a Walmart dressing room. like I see a lot of that.
I follow Rascal McGovern's, the guy on Twitter, and that guy is like seemingly putting up like Babe Ruth style numbers in the pedo catching game. Just all right. Just every other day, he's like, got another one. This guy was looking at some not so legal images on his phone. Watch me, and like he's like, it looks like an enormous guy, and he's just like, watch me just go bully this pedophile for 20 minutes and get really in his face and intimidate. And I remember the first video I saw of him. I'm like, oh, this like big chubby guy. This is years ago. And then I saw clips of him since then where he's like, just doing a little workout. This is a 575 squat, 5x8. And I'm like, oh, okay. So this guy's here to put fear in the hearts of these pedos. He needs to be ready if it ever, but thankfully for him, doesn't seem like these are very big guys usually kind of squirrely and small, or small and fat.
One of the biggest complaints from the Chris Hansen days of To Catch a Predator was they'd kind of get off lightly or scot-free. In the early season, there were no police involvement. It was just sort of a public shaming and outing for them, which was months delayed because of the broadcast date. But these guys I've never seen what I'll call a modern day amateur To Catch a Predator, where it didn't end with them like whooping the guy's ass. It's usually a good solid slap. They'll start slapping him around and making him cry. They'll like humiliate him, start making him apologize and like pray. There's so many just random people doing it. Mm-hmm. They'll just beat the guy up. I mean, they'll hit you with a pumpkin. They'll pumpkin you.
They'll pumpkin you, man.
The vigilante system.
They should, give the guy a fair trial before they pumpkin him.
And I always say, like I'm glad they're pumpkining pedophiles, like more the merrier. Like I can't wait to see what they do around Christmas or, oh my God, Thanksgiving with the frozen turkeys. Oh, you'll kill a man with a frozen turkey. You can't be doing that.
Nah, there's got to be something to do with Christmas balls, right?
One of those giant candy canes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Home Alone
crashing glass,
stocking full of coins or something.
I know. I got a pedophile's address, and so I'm gonna put a hot coil on his doorknob. I'm gonna do epic.
The reverse Home Alone.
I'm gonna pull an epic prank. I'm stealing his identity. And I'm applying for high interest loans from foreign governments, and he's going to get audited, and it's going to come up, and he's going to go to jail. Ultimate pranks.
Very distasteful things on some sketchy message boards. Yeah, I really enjoyed the new wave. There's nobody who's risen and like the cream of the crop amongst the new crew. But you're telling me Rascal McGovern puts on a good show. What's his YouTube channel? I genuinely want to see.
I don't know what his YouTube channel is. I just see a clip every now and then on Twitter of it. And in fairness, I don't follow any other person that does this, and so I don't know. I don't actually know what maybe his aren't.
You worry it gets fake. I feel like these reaction and things that happen with strangers start real, and then they need to top it and recreate it on a schedule.
I think that faking this would open you up to all sorts of legal action. Like
you recall the prank channels, right? Where at first I'm putting butter on the ground or something, and my girlfriend's literally slipping on it, and then after a while she's bumbling around the saran wrap like she can't.
It's a little different though. We're outing people as criminals and then beating them and prosecuting them. You know, like the police are getting involved. People go to jail. Like you would have to frame someone's life up, publicly.
If that's real,
why if anything, that's what makes this so real, is that it's as real as it gets. Like usually they
go to jail.
And some of them, it depends on the.
Sounds like these guys are just wackadoos who hit people with pumpkins.
Sometimes they just
away.
pumpkin people. Look, it's a mixed organization out there. They don't have an official.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the.
That's what I'm saying. I want to find the guy, the one who does the. I want the guy who shows me the groundwork. I want to meet the decoy. Like, I want to meet this like 18-year-old guy or 20-year-old guy who's like, yeah, I know, I look 15. Let's get some creeps. And like I want to see that whole portion. I want to see like the little room, like the LAN center with them with their AOL chats open, all these little bubbles open.
Are the pedo hunters mostly guys, right? Not the hunters. I meant to say the PDF files, right? Those guys are mostly men.
Mostly men. It's like 1 out of 30 will be a woman.
What about the fake victims? Do they tend to be boys or girls?
Both.
Okay.
I'm sure they mix and match, just trying to throw a wide net, catch whoever they can.
They use all they've got a bunch of decoy like profiles on various message boards or wherever the fuck people go to approach minors online. I don't know.
I found his
poor Ed.
Alex Rosen is his name. I Fight for Kids, and his tweet from 21 hours ago was scroll up. It was confronting pedophile number 2 for the day. So multiple people, and then he caught up to it. He's like, he just admitted to receiving child porn. Cops are on their way, and it's like,
oh shit.
All right, well, it seems like a lot of these guys guy's getting them locked up. So
I bring this up, Taylor, because it sounds like there's no regulation. Like we don't have to go get licenses to do this. We could just get together and
put some lines in the water.
Let's get some lines in the water is all I'm saying. All right. You know what I mean? Like, we could outsource this.
I'm with Woody. I think you would have some huge wins and you would catch a couple and produce these beautifully done TikToks that are 58 seconds long and get 25 million views and really have this crisis of like, as a social media content creator, like, well, how do I have another one of these flashes in the pan if nobody's taken the bait this week? And then you just, find creepy uncle and you're like, hey, I'm going to hit you in the back of the head with a softer than it seems pumpkin in the middle of a Walmart. And you end up. First of all, we'd spend 3 months coming up with a funny name. But once we had that down, and we'd get to work. All right. And we'd have integrity about it. And we'd have an assembly line of these guys.
We would dress like the Ghostbusters. I swear we'd have to dress like the Ghostbusters. And we have like squirt gun packs. Like it looks like we got because I want it to be lighthearted. I don't want it to be I don't want to get murdered in a Walmart parking lot because we called somebody a PDF file.
I would like to do like I confront him and I'm like, so you're here to meet 11-year-old Susie? How about you come out, 11-year-old Susie? And then Kyle, you come out like in pigtails and a dress, like you're wearing a girl's out. There was no reason; it was all online. But you're wearing it, and you're like, not such a young little girl, is she? No, that would be funny.
Not what you were hoping for, is it? Well, no. I've got even worse news.
Well, I'm sorry. We're either going to call the police or you have to spend 5 minutes in the pumpkin cage with Jared. We don't make the rules. We make all the rules.
I mean,
he's catching a lot of people, so that's good.
Yeah. I'm glad somebody's out there doing it. I do always worry about the like mentally disabled and the foreigners who don't understand age of consent rules and laws. in the United States, getting swept up in these
That's on them
investigations.
though. They gotta fucking learn the laws.
It's fair.
That's what's keeping you up at night is the wrong gadgets used or the ones that misunderstood.
I worry about that
really
that one Pakistani guy who was just confused about the law, and he had a concussion from the war, and he clicked the wrong link or whatever, and all of a sudden he's getting domed with a pumpkin. He'd never even seen a pumpkin before. That poor Pakistani fuck.